Good morning, good morning. I am happy to report that no cat peed on the bed.
Get ready, because this is year 6 of daily vlogging.
It is almost 8:40. I think I am gonna leave earlier for my appointment than I would necessarily have to again, because I might grab breakfast out again, because the last time I tried to do it, I was a little disappointed, and I kind of want it to be redeemed. But I'm not 100% sure about that just yet.
Alright, it is 9:14. I am making the slightly risky decision to go to the Chick-fil-A that's actually like 10 minutes in the opposite direction of where I need to go. I think I'll still make it on time, I think, because my appointment's at 10. I mean, they're not super stingy on like when the appointment is, because the one time I went and I was like 20 minutes early and they didn't even bat an eye. But so, going to this other one, because when I went to the one closer to the testing site last time, it was not very impressive. Like the stuff just, yeah, it was not. So I've already placed my order ahead of time and I just have to go through the drive-thru. So let's just hope the drive-thru line isn't extremely long. I was having like a brain fart this morning and I was like, where are some other places I could go and pick up something for breakfast? Totally didn't think about like Dunkin' Donuts, which is right near my house, but I've already put in the order for this place, so, you know, whatever. Well, but I'm definitely going to have to eat in the car, like while I drive, because it's gonna be really close making this. As I said, I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. They're not gonna be like, why are you 5 minutes late? But I am very happy to report that I am like 2 minutes away from the place, and it is 9:54, so I think I will make it. 9:56, I made it. Also, I kept their paper from last time with the instructions, so I'm actually gonna tell them, like, when they hand me this stuff, to be like, hey, you don't have to give me another one of those, like, don't waste it on me, because I have the instructions. But yes, my appointment's at 10, so I'm still feeling, sorry, that's because I just ate. I'm still feeling fine. Everything's fine. I don't have any symptoms, which is great. But I think the plan is, if this one comes back negative, like I'm hoping it will. Also, too, today is actually so here's how we're counting it, basically. Because I saw a doctor or epidemiologist or one of them say this, that day 0 is when symptoms started, but day 1 is your first full day of symptoms. So for Ashlyn, I'm counting that as, because she noticed her throat was a little weird on Wednesday, so I'm counting that as day 0. Because when she woke up on Thursday, the entire day was when she was like, yep, symptoms have started. So that means basically day 0 on Wednesday, day 1 on Thursday, 2 on Friday, 3 on Saturday, 4 on Sunday, 5 on Monday, and day 6 is today. So since I'm counting my exposure basically the same way Ashlyn's counting her symptoms, I'm basically counting that this is day 6 from her first day of symptoms. The exposure might have actually been technically Wednesday, since that was day 0. And you know, we live together, so that would have been day, exposure. But either way, so this is basically day 6 or day 7 after my exposure, depending on how you look at it. So either way, in good shape. Got the test, here we go. By this point, that woman at the testing site, I think it's been the same woman basically all the times that I've gone. She's gonna, she sees so many people in a day, but I would not be surprised if she starts to, like, I don't want to say recognize me, but I plan on, even after, like, Ashlyn's exposure scare is done, like, I am not naive enough to believe that we won't have another scare. Maybe not as close. I mean, unfortunately, with Imaria being in school, like in college, and the college, as far as I know, is not mandating anything. It doesn't mandate vaccines, doesn't mandate masks, but I could be wrong about the masks. She wears one in class, of course, but yeah, so I hope Imaria won't ever test positive or develop symptoms, but you know, that could happen. And then also too, like with our acting class, I'm not going to acting class for the next few weeks because of this spike, but Ashlyn Ashlyn obviously did not go yesterday, But Ashlyn and Costa do continue to plan to. So I have also decided that if this test comes back negative, I will allow myself to go to the drive-in and see Spider-Man No Way Home tomorrow night. If they're showing it. I hope they still are, but because I didn't want to go, even though I wasn't experiencing symptoms, and technically, according to the CDC, if you're vaccinated and boosted and have been in contact with someone, they still haven't changed it to be like, yeah, you should isolate or quarantine. Like, they don't recommend that crazy enough. But regardless, I was like, I don't want to go until I have this negative test from Tuesday. So, yeah, that's kind of the plan. So I'm hoping, goodness gracious, I'm hoping I will get the results by like this afternoon, tonight, like I have in the past. I think she told me less than 24 hours is what she told me. I can't remember if she said less than 24 hours or about 24 hours, but I think she said less. But yeah, that's the plan, because then I will feel comfortable enough knowing, because it's a PCR test. If it was a rapid test, I would not. But since it's a PCR test, and it should pick up any bit of it, even if I'm not showing symptoms yet, and I will develop whatever it is. So, yeah, that's the plan. So I had talked about also in like later this week getting some crumble cookies, because their flavors look really good this week. So the thing is I'm already like near one, but I don't think I'm gonna go get them today, because that's not, I'm already actually, I have to drop off one of my grandparents. Basically I am getting a Roth IRA account, and one of my grandparents wants to put money in there, which is why we're creating it now. So anyway, I have to go into the building. They're not seeing anyone, so I won't see anyone, but I need to drop off this envelope in their secured box area. So I need to run in and do that. And I was like, that's enough places to go without having my negative result yet. Okay. That was really cool, and I'll say why in a second. So I go into the place, and it had said that they would have like a drop box thing. So I saw this little setup with a thing that said deposit, but it wasn't like I was expecting like one of those boxes that kind of is like UPS or whatever. It's not what it looked like. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I wonder if this is where I do it, like thinking to myself, but they had an iPad screen right there, and all of a sudden this guy virtually pops up on it and is like, hey, what can I help you with? And I was like, oh yeah, I just need to drop up this paperwork, like, is this where I do it? And he was like, yep, just put it in the deposit box. I was like, okay, great, thanks so much. So I was like, it was a really, really cool way of like having someone there but not physically having someone that like, really, okay. It was cool. Now to head back home. I am home. I am honestly trying to figure out what I am going to do today. First of all, I'll look up and hopefully see if they are still showing Spider-Man No Way Home at the drive-in theater tomorrow, because I don't have anything tomorrow. And I don't think I would get my results. I mean, I'll see. I will say, if I got my results around like 4:30 last time, so I mean, I might even, let's say, if they were showing it tonight, but like not tomorrow night, then maybe I would go tonight if I had my results. Or who knows, maybe I'll even wait and see. If I have my results by the time tonight, and because the first showing they have a showing at 7:30 and a showing at 10, but I would want to definitely do the 7:30, not the 10. But also I think I would want to get some snacks. So that's the one thing, is like, I needed to do a grocery order soon anyway, like a smaller one. So I could order some snacks, because I don't want to have to go in somewhere. So probably tomorrow is the best bet regardless. But that's my hope. If it comes back negative, because and I'm still debating if I want to get a test on Thursday, because originally I thought Thursday was day 7 since exposure. And I guess, well, I don't know. I'm trying to see. It should pick it up today, like even if I do have it but I don't have symptoms yet, or if I'm asymptomatic, whatever, it should pick it up since it's a PCR. But I don't know, I'm just so worried that like I get a negative result and I'm like, but what if I tested too early? I'm reading
after I had a whole thing yesterday where I talked about this book, but my vlog was so incredibly long yesterday, I ended up deleting a lot of clips from it. Anyway, so real quick thing, after, this is a story that started out as a Harry Styles fan fiction on Wattpad, and it was so liked and I guess, you know, written so well for Wattpad that it ended up being published, but of course she had to change the characters from One Direction to different names, so it's like it's it's crazy because, like, realizing these other people's names, and I'm like, oh, that's who Niall originally was, and I'm like, oh my god. And then this is now a movie now. I mean, it's amazing how, I mean, it's an incredible feat that this author did, but so far it's reading like a decent Wattpad story. Like, It is basically 4:30, and I don't think I have said this on the vlog yet because I was so excited to finish my TikTok about it and text Ashlyn and Imaria about it, but my COVID test is negative. So exciting. So I have decided I am going to go out and get crumble cookies right now, because why not? So I'm going out to get cookies, and I'm getting one for Imaria and one for Ashlyn because they asked for them. And yeah, cookies have been acquired. Yay! Pull into my spot and hi dear. Hello. Imaria's playing the piano. My favorite song she plays. I don't even know what song it is. Alrighty, it is about 10 p.m. I am about 3/4 of the way through after, so I cannot believe the book is this long. I kind of feel like their relationship is not good, but it just kind of goes in circles. The main male character is toxic and definitely in the real world, even in the book world, needs to go through extensive therapy before he should even consider getting into a relationship, desperately needs to work on himself. And then the main female character has no spine. And it's, my gosh, so it's like mildly frustrating. But anyway, I mean, I didn't expect any different. I kind of knew that going in. So anyway, I'm heading to bed. Ashlyn also has let Imaria and I know that sometime in February we will be getting another housemate, and our final housemate, because it's the last room available, unless if one of us moves out and another one moves in. But yeah, so she will move in sometime in February. She's also a performer, she's also a personal trainer, but also like a writer, so performer, all of that stuff. So she's a friend of Ashlyn's. So anyway, so that's very exciting. I haven't met her yet, but I'm looking forward to meeting her. So she will be in the room that's there. The guest room is over here. She'll be in that room. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. All my social medias in the description. Love you all.